You wake up the morning after a party, or a dinner, or a work event, or even just a long phone call, and something feels off. You slept, you didn't drink, and nobody said anything wrong, but you're exhausted in a way that sleep doesn't seem to touch. Your body is heavy, your thoughts are slow, and the idea of talking to another human being today feels almost physically painful. You call it tired, but that's not quite it. Because tired fades after coffee. This doesn't. What you're experiencing has a name, and once you understand it, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. Your brain just had a social hangover. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Socializing, even good socializing, even fun socializing, is neurologically expensive. Every conversation you have requires your brain to process tone, read microexpressions, regulate your own emotions, monitor what you say, track what others might be thinking, and calibrate your responses in real time. All of it simultaneously without pause. That's not connection. That's a full cognitive workout. And for some people, the bill comes due the next morning. This isn't weakness, it's not antisocial behavior, it's not something broken in the way you relate to people. It's your nervous system asking for what it was never given during the event itself. Stillness, quiet, the space to simply exist without performing, even slightly. The social hangover shows up differently for different people. For some, it's irritability, a low-grade frustration that has no real target. For others, it's a flatness, a gray kind of emptiness that looks like sadness but isn't quite. And for others still, it's that specific craving for absolute solitude. Not because they didn't enjoy themselves, but because enjoyment, for some nervous systems, still costs something. And here's where it gets interesting. The people who experience social hangovers most intensely are often the ones who showed up the most, the ones who were engaged, present, warm, funny, the ones everyone else remembers as so on that night. The hangover isn't a sign you failed socially. Sometimes it's a sign you gave everything you had. There's a reason for this. Highly empathetic people, those who naturally absorb the emotional atmosphere of a room, don't just participate in social environments, they process them. They carry the energy of others home like something tucked inside a coat pocket. And when the coat finally comes off, there's a weight there they didn't realize they were holding. The nervous system over time learns patterns. If you were raised in an environment where you had to be attuned to moods, to tension, to what someone needed before they asked, social engagement never fully switched off its alert mode. Even in safe, joyful rooms, the body stayed slightly on, and what feels like a hangover the next day is often just that alert mode finally, slowly powering down. The social hangover is your system returning to baseline. It's not collapse, it's recalibration. Some people restore themselves through people. More laughter, more noise, more connection, it fills them back up. And some people restore themselves through the opposite, through silence, through an afternoon of doing nothing that requires explanation or response, through the specific relief of a closed door. Neither is wrong. Neither is a flaw in your personality or a wound in your past. It's simply the shape of your nervous system. So, the next morning when the world feels too loud and you can't explain why, you don't need to explain it. You were there, you showed up, and now your mind is quietly asking for its money back. Let it rest.